Hello, YouTube viewers. Welcome to another edition of Jackson's Journal. My name is Matthew Jackson. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Today, I want to talk to you about an organization or a cause called AHA, which means Abolish Human Abortion. They're basically a pro-life activist group. They do a lot of protesting at the mills. They try to minister at the mills and show pictures of aborted babies and try to sidewalk counsel incoming mothers at the mills to not have an abortion. But they also do educational campaigns at the schools and colleges where the young women are who might one day get pregnant, and they do a lot of preemptive strikes. And one concern I have, I support what AHA does. I really do, and I think they're doing a good thing. But one thing I would like to caution all of those of you who are affiliated with AHA. I'll get it right eventually. But anyway, I'd like to talk to you guys who are affiliated with this outfit and number yourself among the AHAers. You know, I agree with you philosophically that I don't like incrementalism when it comes to abolishing human abortion. I know you guys are the most vocal when it comes to legislative efforts where it will protect let's say the second and third trimester babies, but not necessarily the first trimesters. And the most common legislative and efforts statewide, throughout the various states, is they'll put a ban on abortion 20 weeks and later, but the younger babies in the womb, they still get the sharper knives. And I know that you guys are against incrementalism, as you guys call it, okay? So I don't have a problem with y'all being against that. And I know that there's existing established pro-life groups like the National Right to Life and their state affiliates that will support these incrementalization bills. And I know that you guys are very against that. Now, before I go on, let me give you a little bit of background on myself. I am a pro-life activist. Most of my pro-life activist history was back in the 80s. I've been arrested 8 times doing rescue missions. I've been to numerous pickets, organized numerous pickets. I've also done some sidewalk counseling. I've had the privilege of sidewalk counseling 5 mothers out of having an abortion. So there are 5 human beings who are alive and still walking on, or that are walking on the earth because of me. So I've spent a lot of time at the mills in various capacities, but let me just say this, that there is no one who wants abortion stopped totally and immediately more than I do. And when we were doing our rescue missions back in the 80s, we had that same attitude as well. We never called ourselves abolitionists about it. But that was the way we felt back then as well. So this concept that you guys with AHA are promoting is nothing new or original. We were thinking the same way back in the 80s when we were doing rescues. Now, here's one thing I want to caution you guys with AHA. I wouldn't get too bent out of shape about these right-to-life groups that want to support some bill that outlaws abortions after 20 weeks. And I'll tell you why. It's because the battle to end abortion is not in our political system. It doesn't lie with the legislatures and the courts. It never has. Depending on a political system to end abortion, that same political system that legalizing it is a joke, okay? So that's not where the battle is. Here in Texas, it's 2017 now, but back in 2013, there was a bill that passed in the House and the Senate, and the governor signed it, and it outlawed abortions after 20 weeks. Okay, then guess what? The liberals just challenged it in court. It went up the appellate system all the way to the Supreme Court. Guess what? The bill got shot down. Okay, so yeah, I supported the bill at the time. Okay, but the reason I didn't have a problem supporting the bill at the time is because I knew ultimately the battle in the war won't be won or lost in the legislatures and in the courts and in our political system. I knew that we still had a long way to go, and I knew where the real battle is to be fought. The real battle lines in this war is to be fought at the abortion mills. So if it's fought at the abortion mills, it's really irrelevant what goes on in the legislatures and the courts. Yeah, it's nice to have some pro-life bills there to, make it harder on the abortion industry to practice their grisly trade. But ultimately, when it's all said and done at the end of the day, the battle is won or lost at the abortion mills. If we had 300 or 400, maybe 500 Christians at every abortion mill across the nation, every time that abortion mill is open, that would stop abortion totally and immediately. That's what we need to be doing. And it's really baffles me how pro-life organizations that I have been in contact with since I've been an activist since 1984 have taken on initiatives in every place but in front of an abortion mill. So for those of you with AHA, work on getting numbers at the abortion mills. That's where the battle's going to be fought or lost, okay? So don't waste your time arguing and debating these yo-yos with these national right to life groups and affiliates and so forth. Don't waste your time. Don't give them the time of the day, because when you do that, you know what you're doing? You're basically conceding to their argument that the war can be won and can be fought on the political level. It can be fought on the political, but it's not going to be won there. Okay, so you're succumbing to their premise. Their premise is off. So it would be like supply clerks in the Army arguing among themselves where the best supply depots should be, and the soldiers out on the front lines where the real enemy is. Okay, and the soldiers on the front lines getting into the argument on where the supply depot should be. Okay. Those right-to-life people who believe in incrementalization are nobodies, because they don't have a clue where the war is at. They don't know where the battle lines is. With AHA people, I'll give you guys credit. Y'all at least know where the battle lines are drawn, and you guys, most of you, go there. Okay, so you know better. So don't be wasting your time getting all bent out of shape and getting heartburn over a bunch of yo-yos that don't know anything. Anyway, look, National Right to Life and their affiliates were made irrelevant during the rescue era when we were doing rescues. The moment we started doing rescues and shutting down abortion mills, they became irrelevant. They're irrelevant. Nellie Gray, Jack Wilkie, God bless their souls, and I know they've passed on. But you know what? At the end of the day, they were irrelevant because they didn't know where the battle lines were. So that's all I've got to say about that. So keep going to the mills, AHA people. That's where the battle lines are. God bless you.